to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will be making a structure with gumdrops and also some toothpicks. You know how in elementary we made you stick toothpicks and gumdrops to make like triangles or different types of structures? That's what we're going to be doing today, except we're going to do it a little more extreme. I want to up to the next level. So, the structure we will be building is, drum roll please, a Ferris wheel! So, we will be attempting to build a Ferris wheel and gumdrops and toothpicks. This is going to be very exciting. So the first step to be doing it is to draw the design. That's what I always like to do. Draw it out, make a plan. I want to see how much gumdrops I'm going to need because we only have like a third of 2 bags, so like 2/3 of 1 bag of gumdrops. We want it to be a good size. This is going to take a lot of trial and error, and that's why we're doing it on a Saturday, so that we have time. Alright, so enough of this chatter. I'm going to get started and going over to voiceover for one thing.
What's up, y'all? It's voiceover Amari. So, first things first, we gotta look at some images. I already searched beforehand on my reference. This reference was a Ferris wheel made out of popsicle sticks, so that was cool. While I'm drawing, I realize that I need my ruler, so I go ahead and grab that from my other table and start out with some measurements. My goal for the design was to make it as structured as possible. I wanted to make sure that it wouldn't just fall apart immediately, and I also wanted it to look nice as well, so not just be a glob of gumdrops put on a toothpick. My strategy for the design was to make it into 2 parts. The first part would be the more circular-ish part. That part would be the wheel that you see at the top of Ferris wheels. The second part would be the base, and the base was the most important part because it needed to be strong so that the Ferris wheel could stand up tall. Now, I've seen some examples of gumdrop structures, for example, in the Magic School Bus, where they have to build a bridge and other things to get to the window to escape Wanda's bathroom. And what I've learned from that is that triangles are very strong. I think they said that triangles are one of the strongest shapes in the world. In my design, I would use a lot of triangles. The only other shape I would use other than those triangles is a square. While I'm drawing the design, I found out that doing it only in pencil would be kind of confusing because I was trying to make it 3D. So I brought out my pens to color code everything. Each section would be a different color, so I know not only what everything is, where everything goes, but how many toothpicks and gumdrops I need for each section. When I finally finished my design, this is what it looked like. You can pause and read if you want to, but spoiler alert, it's not going to look exactly like this. Although it was definitely a good base to start with. And now, the moment that you've been waiting for. It's finally time to start building.
I'm pumped. Gotta get everything all set already.
As you can see, I am brimming with excitement. So the first part that I'm going to do, part number 1, the circular part, also known as the hexagon. There's going to be 2 hexagons with the full one, so I'll start out with the red section, and then I will add on 12 toothpicks along with 7 gumdrops. When I'm finished with both, I put them together and then start working on the bottom section. I make the 2 bottom parts into 4 triangles, all connected to make one big triangle for each side, the purple and the orange side. Then realize I did not correctly account for how large the toothpicks were going to be and how small that the space was going to be in between each, so I had to widen it and readjust. This is trial and error, working out and figuring out how I'm going to be able to put this together. Now, when I first made this base, I was like, yes, this is exactly how I want the bottom to be, This is exactly like my design, but unfortunately, it did not hold up the top part, so I had to remake the base, and the first thing I did to remake it was add onto it. But adding onto it, I realized that it still wasn't good enough. I just ended up wiping it away, pushing it to the side, and making an entirely new base. I thought more about what I could do to make it stronger. And instead of just triangles, I realized that I was depending too much on the 2D shape. So I made little pyramids for the bottom of my new base. This made the base a lot stronger and a lot better. It could hold a lot more weight, and it didn't just break like the other one did. I was much more proud of this base than the 2D one that I first made. When making this new base, I felt much better about it. One thing that I noticed was how many pyramids I had in it. I was thinking about the pyramids that they have across the world in Africa, and I noticed that they lasted so long. So I applied that knowledge to my base here. I made so many pyramids for the base, and it worked. It made it stronger. To test how strong it was, I placed a couple of objects on top of it to see if it would stay. To my surprise, it actually stayed. Looking at the difference between the first one and the second one, I can definitely tell that the second one was much stronger. The first one looks all out of sorts. It doesn't even look like it has a structure. The second one, when I put it up, perfect grid. So beautiful. When I look at it, the colors, the pattern, it all looks just right. Now that I knew it could hold weight, I decided to add the first part on top of it. When I was looking at the first version of the wheel that I made, I didn't like how weak it looked, so I remade it and then added the new one on top of the new base. At first it was a little rickety, but then I added on some more triangles. As you can see, the tiny triangles with the light yellow gumdrops. I added that onto it, and then it was all set.
Alright. I think I did it. I believe that I finished it. Let me clear the way so you can see. I made a Ferris wheel. This is like a dream. I'm gonna show you up close. Ba-bam. Look at that beauty. This took like an hour and a half. I'd say like an hour and a half to 2 hours. All of the things were, it was very bendy, as you can see. Like, just moving the centerpiece would move it all. And then the difference between the structures of the base, this one was picking it up. It's like it's not solid. And this new design that I'm trying to make, I'd rather go with my old design. It just didn't come out right. Everything seems so majestic. Through trials and errors, I have created this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check in on Sundays when I post videos. Thank you again so much for watching. I enjoyed this and I had a lot of fun. See you next week. Bye!